What's good, y'all? What's going on? I am gonna go live real quick for. Hold on, I'm trying to find something to play. Let me see. Go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and like this video. I'm trying to find one of my videos that I've been watching. I'm gonna play some music in the background while I'm. Yeah, see, I got the picture when I was at the beach real quick with the fire glasses. So yeah, what's going on, y'all? What is going on? It is the Joey Digital. I am watching this video. Matter of fact, let me just talk. Um, I'm sitting here watching this video, and I just was like, you know what? I was about to go to sleep, and I decided to just go ahead and create a half an hour video for tonight. And I want to talk about just, some quick State of the Union things going on. Not nothing negative, but to my content creators, I see that everybody has the notification. Of course, it's very informing, but we have YouTube is going to be um, changing their policy coming in February, where they're going to be doing instead of, in order to be monetized, you need 1,000 subscribers, and once you get your 1,000 subscribers, you also need it was 3,000 watch hours, but now it's going to be, I believe, 8,000 watch hours, and that's going to be a part of their new policy coming in February. I don't know what day in February, but what's going on, everybody? Go ahead and hit that subscribe. Go ahead and hit that like button. Got the quick green screen of me at the beach. You already know. I could not find any music to play. Usually I play some music when I'm on. But anyways, I'm here. Go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe. But yeah, I'm glad to get the idea to see what YouTube is going in as far as their direction, as far as how they are going forward with their um, strategy on how they're running their channel. And I'm very excited to see what they're doing, because to me it's motivation. All right, it's always been 1,000 subscribers, and now they're upping the watch hour time up to 8,000 hours come February. And I think it's a good thing, because I believe it's to keep people that really want to do this motivated. I believe that people that create content on a regular, like myself and others, I believe it's a really good strategy to keep people um, striving toward a goal. All right. Now, I know it may sound like a lot, it may seem like a lot, right? But check it out. If you have a lot of subscriber, or if you are willing to put in the work, and you are willing to really just um, show up every day and really interact with the people that really genuinely want to see you win and stuff like that, it should not be a problem to get to 8,000 watch hours. But, for the people that have already, now this is just information that I've been, I actually just came across, and I decided to talk about this in the beginning of this video. For the people that are already monetized, I believe that it shouldn't be a problem. It's not going to be a problem for y'all, because y'all already monetized. But for people like myself, and for people who are jumping in to the content creation game that we know here as YouTube monetization. Hold on. Mr. Jackville, what's going on? Go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe. Orange Juice Lover MJ, what is going on? Thank you so much for checking in, Orange Juice Lover. I love orange juice too. All right. Um, you know, shameless plug. I love orange juice. Orange juice is one of my favorite beverages of all time. And second place is cranberry juice. Of course, apple juice is easily could have been second place, but I love cranberry juice underneath orange juice. What is going on? Duh. We have a subscriber. Duh. It's me, Lizzie. What is going on? Yeah, apple juice is way better. Yeah, apple juice is. Listen, that's one of those juices where you could easily like you already see. I put apple juice in third, right? But that's one of those juices that it can easily be a number one because it's so delicious. Like you can pair that with anything. I actually have made a lot of smoothies with apple juice, and it is a banger. Um, Orange juice lover MJ says, "Do you remember me?" Okie cat lover. Oh, okay, yeah. All right. Oh, so yeah, quick name change. All right. What's going on? Of course, I remember you. Absolutely. Yeah, a lot of amazing conversations. Um, but like I was saying too, to the it's me, Lizzie. Yeah, the apple juice is. I personally love making smoothies with apple juice, and you know depending on how you make your smoothies, like I pretty much have my three go-to juices, which is orange juice, cranberry juice, or apple juice. Um, I don't come across pineapple juice too often as far as like pourable juice, unless if you just buy it, you find it like that in the store, you can make your smoothie that way. But um, have never tried making a smoothie with it, but I'll try it out. Yeah, nah, it's um I like to go simple, man. Like when I make my smoothies, I like to go super simple. Just me personally, I love just making like a kale. I'll make a kale apple juice smoothie, and there you go. Like something quick. And what I love about apple juice is it takes over like the flavor. Like so, if you're making a smoothie with something and you don't know how it's gonna taste, and you know for sure you're blending it with apple juice, then it's gonna be a win every time. You know what I mean? I love like okay with me, I love kale and pineapples, and then I'll just go behind it with the apple juice. I'll just pour apple juice into it until it gets like super thin, and then I just drink it like that. I'll put it like in a mason jar, and then I'll just keep it with me. And then plus two, anytime you keep anything in a mason jar, it preserves it, so it doesn't go it keeps it fresh longer. It's better than plastic, so I keep a lot of mason jars. But yeah, my orange juice is for me is number one. My number one favorite smoothie of all time: kale, kale, peanut butter, bananas, and you go behind it with orange juice, and you blend that up, put it in a mason jar. I don't like adding any ice to it. I like, as long as everything is refrigerated, I just keep it straight like that. And if I'm gonna add any water, I'll just drink water behind it. Like I'll keep like alkaline water that I'll keep with me or something like that. But that's my go-to. That's my good morning. That's my grand. What do you call it? That's your grand rising smoothie. First thing in the morning, kale, banana, peanut butter, orange juice. That's four ingredients right there, banging. All right, we got some comments coming in, and thank you for the idea. Um, it's me, Lizzie. Appreciate you. Thank you for checking in. Um, orange orange juice lover says I also ran into I got a duplicate glitch, and somehow I have two Michael Jackson dolls, and I only ordered one. And then also, yeah, yeah. Oh, okay, that's what's up. Okay. Oh, so you got 2 for 1. Oh, so that's a come up. That's a blessing. All right. Duh. Does me Lizzie says, yeah, that's what I heard. Mason jars are good, especially for fermenting things like veggies. Oh, okay. Okay, I have to try that. I haven't, you know, I've never personally tried fermenting anything, but I love like apple cider. Like that's my thing cuz like I mean, I don't drink, right? But I love fermented things. Like I like fermented, apple cider or like strawberries or stuff, like stuff like that, is a pretty healthy alternative. 'Cause, like I don't party or anything like that. So, stuff like that, I like to, put that in the mix and enjoy. I love apple cider. I haven't had apple cider in a long time though, but when it's done right, I like it. But as far as me doing it myself, I've never fermented anything. Um, but yeah, mason jars, perfect. Like I've even made my own because like I love, I'm a coffee drinker, so I love making my own creamer. Um, or you make your own. Let me see. It's me, Lizzie says, make my own pickles. You should try it. Okay. Oh, I love pickles. Oh man. So what do you do? Like, do you use like is like what's the ingredient? Is it vinegar? How like what do you do? Like do you season it and then add vinegar and you put the pickles in there? I don't know how to do that, but I always love that. Like I love pickles and it's one of those things like when you visit people, like you see them in their refrigerator and you just want to ask them for some, but then it's like you don't want to be all in their refrigerator. You know what I mean? Like going through this stuff. But like that's something that I would love to like buy it myself and just make it at home and do my own thing. I know they do. I know they add olives sometimes, like the olives with the little red thing. But I don't know what the liquid is. I don't know if it's vinegar or if it's something. I have to do the math. I don't know if it's apple cider vinegar or regular vinegar. I know apple cider vinegar it might be, but that's a great question I can ask yourself since you're doing it, or last resort I'll ask AI. But like since we're here, building, I'm sure you got the hook up and you know what it is. And then Orange Juice Cat Lover says, I'm definitely. By the way, I'm definitely not listening to "Staying Alive" by the Bee Gees. Oh my goodness, that's one of my classics. I always listen to that song whenever it comes on, but I don't put it on myself. But if it's on the radio, I listen to it. And then it's me. Lizzie says, yeah, vinegar with your choice of seasoning, and you boil it, then pour the mixture over the cucumbers in the jar. So let me ask you, right? Since and thank you too for sharing too, because I know, some recipes are hidden. I know like a lot of times people like to keep their recipes to to themselves. So I truly appreciate you sharing. So you saying you boil the vinegar with the pickles in it, or do you boil the vinegar? Do you boil the pickle first and then you add it to the vinegar? I know I'm like asking a whole bunch of different variations, but what would you suggest if I'm asking? And thank y'all so much for running up that like button. Go ahead and I see y'all hitting that like button too, man. I appreciate y'all for that. Thank y'all so much for this. Yeah, that's something. But yeah, like that's something right there. Like, um, I actually, what got me started with mason jars was, and I was saying something about coffee creamer earlier too. But like, at first I used to like buy like the bricks of like the coffee, and so I'll buy like, all right, I'm telling my little secret. I'll buy, you know, a a coffee. What do you call it? Like a Maxwell House or a Folgers. I'll buy like a 10 ounce of their Colombian blend, right? And then I'll also buy a 10 ounce of the a 10 ounce brick of the espresso, which is it could be what's the name of that brand? I'm gonna remember tomorrow when I'm not live. but it's a yellow brick. And I had this huge mason jar. I got it from like Target, right? And back many moons ago. And it's big enough to put both in there. So I would put it in there. I would pour them both in there, and I would shake it up, and it would keep it fresh until Of course, I'm not gonna keep coffee all year, but I just liked how it looked. I just like being able to see something inside of a jar, and that's kind of what got me started. And then like my mentor, he sent me home with some coffee. One time we were talking art over there, and he sent me home with some coffee and a few mason jars. So I see I got some comments coming in. I'm gonna read them all too. Um, and that's just kind of what got me going, what got me started. So, all right, Orange Juice Lover says, I don't know why, for some reason, but I'm not one of those people who listen to crazy music. I'm one who prefers the classic or old music. Okay, yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, me too, me too. Okay, you only boil the liquid. Okay, it's me, Lizzie says, you only boil the liquids, vinegar, water, seasoning, and then pour the cucumbers in. But that's just how I learned. Just some people do it differently, but that's just my way of, okay. Juan, what's going on? I see Juan checked in. Thank you so much for liking the video. Juan Jose, I don't want to mess the name up. So if I say it short, please, I'm not trying to be, I don't want to I really want to put a lot of respect on y'all names. So I'm going to try and say it, but if I can't get it right, I'm just going to say the first beginning. Juan Jose Zepide Frias. Okay, I know that means cold. 833 says, hey, so hey, what's up? Juan, super cold, super frio mucho. What's going on? Que pasao, what's up? Let me know where you from, definitely. Yes, so yeah, and then so check this out, right? So for my coffee lovers, right? I noticed that you can buy the half and half, right? So you buy the half and half, and you go to, like, all right, down here in South Florida, we got Publix, we got Winn-Dixie, of course we got Walmart, we got Target, all that good stuff, right? Boom. So I'll go to Publix and I'll buy a big carton of half and half for like $5, right? Boom. So then what I like to do is I'll buy a big bag, the real big bag. I buy the big bag of, I don't mean to say it crazy, but I buy the big bag also of confectioner's sugar, right? For all my people who bake, y'all know what's up. Y'all know what time it is with that. So I buy the big bag of the confectioner's sugar, the powder, that's powdered sugar. That's the sugar that's on, donuts, from my people that go to Dunkin' Donuts, or y'all like to buy the dozen powdered donuts and all of that. That's that sugar that you put on top of that, or you might see it on top of like a coffee cake, or you can buy it, a big bag for like $3 or like $2. It's huge, but you can get it for like $2.50, and you get the half and half for like $5. And so that's like $8. That's like eight, right? Boom. And you don't even need it all, but like, instead of getting like a big thing of coffee creamer for like almost $10, you could save like $2 or $3, right? So I like to put them both in. I like to pour the half and half in a cup, and pour some, put a confectioner's sugar in a cup, and then fill it up with half and half, and put it in the microwave for like a minute or two, just to let it caramelize, and then I pour it into a mason jar, and then you got your coffee creamer. It's extra sweet, you know. I know I'm always the advocate for eating healthy, but that's my guilty pleasure right there. I like to just add that with my coffee, with my my espresso or whatever, and I just go to town. That's how I start my day off. Gives me mad energy, and gets me started. So, Orange Juice Lover says, I love the old music because it has so much lore and it feels like it needs to be discovered. Yeah, it's always rediscoverable. The old music is, everybody gets a chance to experience it. That's why I love timeless music. I love timeless music. It's an amazing thing to come across for the first time. Timeless music is an amazing thing. It's an amazing timestamp for things that you may experience, and you don't have to be from that same era in order to have your own memories when you experience music. That's the thing I love about music, is you have your own experiences, and it gives you a timestamp of something important or special that you have experienced. And then when you hear that song, you can remember a place you visited. You can remember, maybe you had ice cream somewhere. Maybe you spent time with, your favorite aunts or uncles, or, grandparents or something, or if you have kids, you can, it could be a timestamp for when they were born, or, like your siblings, your brother, your sister, or your favorite cousin. Like, I love music, like, that has um, a lore to it, because it has its own lore, it has its own story in the music, and then you create your own memory around whatever they created. And so, yeah. So, it's it's me. Lizzie says, "Wish we had Dunkin' Donuts in Toronto." Oh man! So let me ask you, what do you what's popular out there? And shout out to Toronto too, man. Shout out to the whole Canada, especially Toronto. You know, a lot of positive energy. Real quick, um, what do y'all have? Do y'all have like a maybe I should just ask, because I don't want to suggest things and then, I know you were saying you wish we had, y'all wish y'all had Dunkin' Donuts, but I'm sure, like, can't y'all just, like, don't y'all have it where y'all can, cross over? It's like a I think, what is it, Chicago or something? I know I should know my geographics a little bit better, but I know that y'all have it where a lot of people in Toronto, y'all can just kind of like cross over and experience a lot of things in America, like in that little town or whatever town it is. And then, y'all can enjoy your day, and then before the day is over, y'all can go back over into Canada. Um, but yeah, what do y'all have there? What kind of donuts do y'all have there? Do y'all have like Krispy Kreme, or I know a lot of the things that have been blowing up lately, getting super popular, is like a lot of the boutiques, like the people that make their own donuts, and they create like a little coffee shop around it, and it's like a little mom and pop little coffee, like a donut shop, but they just so happen to serve coffee, but they specialize. I love those places, man. Like, even though I love my Dunkin' Donuts, I love my Krispy Kreme, but I love places that have more like of a personal, like you get to actually run into the owner every day, like the owner works in there, like, even though it's like they own it, but they work too, like you can meet them, and like you might see their kids running around, or you might, they might hire their family or maybe some close friends. Like, I like places like that, where they actually spend time making the donuts when they're closed or something. Like, they might make all the donuts in the middle of the night, and then in the daytime they showcase them, and then if they don't sell any, they may donate them to like a like a shelter, or like to like a I seen this one company, they donate, like, this lady, she was like, she made all these donuts and these crepes and these filled donuts with apple. They put apples inside of them, and all these like caramel and all this type of stuff. And she sold a lot of donuts, but she didn't sell all of them. So the ones that she didn't sell, she like would go to like Walmart or like one of these places and just give them to the staff and say, "Hey, go put this in the break room." And I just thought it was such an amazing thing. Like, those little places. Let me know. Let me see what you said. Not what you said. We have Krispy Kreme. Oh, okay, so you have Krispy Kreme. And I done went off on a whole tangent about these little donut shops they be having, But that's cool. Yeah, the Krispy Kreme warmed up, like 10 seconds in the microwave or 12 seconds in the microwave is, forget it. I'm having four of those. Quick Krispy Kreme. Because now you can get them in the supermarket. You can buy like a 6-pack or 12-pack for like maybe like $4 or $5. You could please, man. I once one time I worked at this place, and they used to buy donuts like every like 3 times a week. We be eating donuts. Like you come to work, and they just had the donuts right there. Like, hey, we got such and such got some donuts, or hey, such and such got some, and we wouldn't even start working. Like we was like we supposed to be working, and we already eaten 2 donuts, or we already got 2 donuts already, and then we having coffee in the back and all this type of stuff. And the boss used to go crazy. He's like, "What do we do?" But then he couldn't say nothing because he'd be like, he would call us and he'd be like, "Joseph," because that's what they call me, like Joseph. And I'm like, "Uh oh, man, I thought I was in trouble." He'd be like, "Nah, I just wanted to let you know there's some donuts before they eat them all." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah." So Krispy Kreme, all of that stuff. We used to get all of that stuff. Orange Juice Lover says, "Want to know something crazy? When I was in 3rd grade, I made a whole essay about the Bermuda Triangle, and it wasn't even a sign. Just felt so interested that I had to discover more." Yeah, the Bermuda Triangle is very interesting. I hear that they have to catch their own water there in the Bermuda Triangle. I hear that they have like a aqueduct system where they catch rainwater and they filter it. They filter the rainwater, and they have like a reservoir that they open up, and it's like attached to the side of their house. And like they open up a door, and you could get like a cup of water out, or you can fetch water right on the side of the house, like to cook with, or make tea or coffee, or whatever you want to do. Like sometimes they might be just fetching water because they might want to cook with it, or make something in the house or something. um or even for ice cubes. But they catch rainwater because they don't have not that they don't have a water system there, but that is their water system. It's more like it's more like nature based. And they catch it from when the rain falls on the roof. It goes down into like a filter system, and then it's attached to the side of their house. So yeah, Bermuda's interesting. It's me. Lizzie says, "Yeah, we have a lot of those here, but they are mad expensive." Oh, okay, yeah. The Krispy Kreme, yeah, they be taxing. They Krispy Kreme be taxing. They don't care, And I understand why they do it, because the donuts are just good. It's just good stuff, man. Like I'm telling you, it's nothing like, all right, boom. I'll tell you about how they do down here in South Florida, because I'm in South Florida, right? So, and that's why I was saying earlier, shout out to Canada. And we got a lot of people that come down here from up there, and they just they be having like having a great time down here. But so Dunkin' Donuts, Krispy Kreme, we have a Krispy Kreme down here in Fort Lauderdale, and the sign lights up when the donuts are hot, right? So the car is like wrapped around the building, right? And the people pull up, and they order like a dozen donuts, but they all warm. Like all the donuts that they get in the they might order like a dozen or half a dozen donuts, and they're all hot donuts. And you could just see the people, they're not even making it out of the parking lot. They're eating those donuts because it's already hot. And it's just like, it's craziness. It's craziness. Like I have to have at least three in a row before I even move around. And then of course, then Krispy Kreme down here, they have other things they be selling. Like they'll sell like you know milkshakes. Like they make like chocolate milkshakes, or vanilla milkshake, or strawberry milkshake, or they sell muffins. You can get those warmed up too, like a blueberry muffin or like a chocolate muffin. They be going crazy. They be having, I think some of them, they serve like eggs and stuff. I don't know. I had to do my research, but they starting to like venture out. Like I know they for sure they have the bagels and stuff where you get the cream cheese and the butter if you have to ask for whatever. But they be going like that line be all around the corner, and then it's like certain times throughout the day where the hot sign will be on. Like the sign, they'll turn the sign on where the donuts will be hot. But um it's all day. I don't know if it's 24 hours, but it's definitely bumping over there. And they have another one that looks like a jukebox. It's down on State Road, not State Road 7, US 1. And it looks like a jukebox, and it's like It's real cool. It's like, you can't go inside or anything. Like you can't go inside of any of them, but you can sit on the outside, and they have like a bench and they have like a thing over top so you don't get rained on. It's pretty awesome. You just park your car and you just go, order a few dozen. Let me see. I got more comments. Um, yeah, we have a lot of those, but they're mad expensive. And then I'm gonna go now. Bye, my little moonwalker. Hey, have a great night, orange juice lover. Whatever you do, may it be excellent. All right. I know you're not gonna go straight to bed. Maybe whatever you do to unwind, may it be pleasant. All right, and have a great night. We'll connect soon. Thanks for letting me know about the name change. Great talking with you. It's me, Lizzie says, the mom and pop shops also be expensive. Yeah, they be expensive. They're expensive because I believe, and this is just my opinion. Everybody has their opinion, but I believe my opinion is that it's you're paying for the experience. Like you're paying for, you're not going 4 times a week. Like I know you, I mean you can, but I'm speaking for myself when I say like I'm like you're not going 3 times a week, and you're not gonna go in there and spend like $30. Nobody's doing that. Unless you just feel inspired to go and spend $20, $30. But I feel like the prices are high because they know that you're gonna talk about it a lot. Word of mouth is like the best way of letting people know about a business. But yeah, you're gonna go in there. You're gonna definitely spend $6 on at least a donut. You're gonna spend like at least $8 on, it might be a donut with like Oreo, a cream, a donut with white cream on it, with Oreo cookies on top, crumbled on it. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be warmed up. You're gonna just be like ready to buy two, but you may end up getting like maybe like a croissant with like chocolate drizzled over top of it, with powdered sugar. You're gonna end up getting two of something and leaving, and you're gonna talk about it for like maybe 6 months. You're gonna go past and say, wow, that place looks good, but you're not going in there all the time. But then you have other people that are doing the same thing, and that's what's keeping those places going. Of course it's expensive. It's super expensive, and then but it's more about like, I believe it's more like, let's just say if you have a visitor and it's somebody that had never been to your town before, you can bring them there, and it's like, all right, here's this place, I'm gonna leave a nice impression on you by bringing you here. And by the way, the stuff is a little expensive, but you're gonna never forget this place. And then 10 years later, you're gonna be like, oh, I remember that place, I went there, da 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 da, so on and so forth. And so yeah, that's kind of my take. But I love those kind of places. They have a lot down here. They have a lot of different little like niche places, like especially down here, because down here, I don't know how it is in Canada, but down here in Fort Lauderdale, is definitely a lot of hospitality down here, because people travel here to go to like the Caribbean, or they use it as like a segue to go to like South America or Dominican Republic or Puerto Rico or Jamaica or Haiti or wherever. Like even we were talking about what do you call it? The Bermuda too. I don't think they come all the way here to go to Bermuda, because Bermuda's more like around the Carolinas, like North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia. Like you go further east in the ocean and you'll find it. But yeah, so there's a lot of, so anyways, but before I sidetrack myself, there's a lot of hospitality here in Fort Lauderdale, and they prioritize food, and there's like all kind of restaurants. They're even starting to build a lot of infrastructures with like a lot of restaurants on the bottom of them. Like there'll be like these apartment complexes where like they'll go like 60, 70 stories in the air, but then the whole bottom floor is just restaurants and coffee shops and donut shops and all this type of stuff going on. It's out of this world, you know, especially Miami. Like Miami is like, it doesn't even look like when I first moved down here. So, yep. But yeah, you know, what was I gonna? I was only gonna hop on for. I wasn't gonna do the whole hour, because I can't believe it. I was so tired when I hopped on. Like I was about to go to sleep, and I was like, you know what? Let me just hop on anyway. But yeah, just, you know, I had an amazing time this evening. I think I'm gonna go ahead and turn in. And but I just want to say that I truly appreciate you and everybody who checked in. Thank you so much. I'm gonna take it down. Yeah, yeah, you're right. It is getting late. Yeah. But you know, I always enjoy creating these live videos, and I'm very happy to know that, you know, anyone who missed it, they can catch it in the beginning. You know, once I post it, they can catch it in the morning or in the afternoon tomorrow, and all that type of stuff. Yeah. Have a great night. Yeah, have a great night. Thank you. Sending you positive energy to you and the people that you love, that you all may continue having a very pleasant evening. You know, whatever it is that you do before you go to bed, you know, may it be great. All right. And, you know, we'll talk. You know, have an excellent, blessed evening. All right. And to all my other subscribers, whenever you get a chance to see this, just know that you all are greatly appreciated. You all are loved. All right. I am not doing the 1 hour live. I'm getting ready to take it down. I'm going to watch me some YouTube, and I'm going to let YouTube watch me, because I'm tired. All right. But I'll be tapping in with y'all tomorrow night. All right. Sending y'all positive energy, frequencies, vibrations. All right. May you all be great. I am posting this, so if you missed this, if you're coming in at the end, I'm going to post it so that y'all can watch it from the beginning. All right. Peace, love, and prosperity be unto you. All right. Love y'all. Thinking of y'all. See y'all soon. Namaste.